Lesson 24, comparing data using box plots. So in order to compare data using box plots, we need to know how to read them, right? So here we have an example box plot, and the first thing we want to do is find our median. So our median is going to be the middle line inside of your box. So here is my box, and this middle line here, or the line that's inside of your box, is your median. So the median for this set of data is going to be 7 because 7 is my middle line. Now to find your range of a dot plot, your range is going to be your both dots subtraction. So I'm going to take the furthest dot here and the other dot all the way over here, and I'm going to subtract them. So this dot is above 10, this dot is above 1. So to find my range, I would do 10 minus 1, which would give me 9. And the last thing, which is your interquartile range. So this one is the one that sounds kind of tricky, but it's actually not that bad. So your interquartile range is going to be the left side of your box minus your right side of your box. So again, here's my left side, which is at 8. Here's my right side, which is at 5, and I'm going to subtract them. So 8 minus 5 would give me 3. So my interquartile range for this box plot would be 3. Alright, so let's find the median range in IQR of this one. IQR is short for interquartile range. So first let's start with our median. Remember, our median is the line inside of our box plot. So here our line inside of our box plot is at 5. So that would be my median. Let's do our range second. Remember, range is both of the dots, the whiskers on the outside, and we're going to subtract those. So this dot is at 9, this one is at 1, so 9 minus 1 is going to give me 8. And then the very last thing we need to do is find that interquartile range. And remember, that is the edges of your box plot subtracted. So this edge over here is at 6, this edge over here is at 3. Let's subtract those together and we will get 3. So median for this box plot is 5, range is going to be 8, and our interquartile range is 3. Alright, here is our next question. It says, based on examining the dot plots visually, which statement best compares the two companies? Select 3 that apply. Okay, so A says the median customer service score for both companies is the same. Well, this median for A is 5, and this median for B is also 5, right? Even though these box plots look very different, our median, that line inside of both of these, are both above 5, so this one is true. B says that the range for the customer service for company A is greater than the range for company B. Well, remember, to find our range, we need to do some subtraction with our dots. So this dot minus this dot. So range for company A, 9 minus 1 is going to give me 8. Range for company B, 9 minus 1 again is also 8. So this isn't true because the range for both are the same, right? Our range for both are the same. D says that the scores for company B are more varied than the scores for company A because the box is more spread out for company B. And E says that the median for the score, well, median, we know that that can't be true, which means D is correct. So the company B is more varied, and the reason why it is more varied is because this box in the center is larger than this box up here. Okay, so again, since company B has a larger box, that means that it is more varied, so it is more varied than company A. Based on examining the dot plots visually, which statements best compare these two neighborhoods? Alright, well, straight off the bat, I know that the medians are the same because this median is directly above this median and they are both above 5. So the median number of parties for both neighborhoods is the same. So let's see which neighborhood has more variability. Remember, variability is your spread of numbers. So whichever box plot is bigger, or whichever box plot box plot has a larger range, that one is going to have more variability. So if I look at B here, I would be subtracting 9 from 1, so my range would be 8. And if I look at A, I would have 13 minus 2, which is 11. So neighborhood A is going to have more variability because if you look at the box plot itself, this is much longer than neighborhood B, which tells me that neighborhood A is going to have more variability. Which statement best compares these two classes? All right, let's see. So it looks like we're talking about variation. So straight off the bat, I'm looking at class B having more variation because this box part is larger than class A. So I'm not going to say class A has more variation. I'm looking at class B because that box in the center is bigger. And let's see why. So class B has more variation in missing assignments because the box is more spread out. Perfect. And its interquartile range is greater than class A. That is true also. If I were to find my interquartile range, remember this left side minus this right side of my box, 8 minus 3 would give me 5. This interquartile range would be 6 minus 3, which is 3. So class B has more variation because the box is more spread out. Which statement best compares these two hotels? All right, so we have Hotel A and Hotel B, and we're talking about variation, and right off the bat, Hotel A I automatically know is going to have more variation because this center part here, the box itself is larger than Hotel B. So Hotel A has more variation in the number of available rooms per night because that box is larger than the box for box B. All right. That is all that I have. If you have any other questions or would like some extra help, please let me know. Have a great rest of your day.